Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Barker Stadium, the site of the Corridor G battle tonight as the visiting Scott Skyhawks take on the homestanding Chapmanville Regional Tigers. James Barker and Kevin May with you as we are high atop here Barker Stadium in the press box for this big matchup between the Skyhawks and the Tigers. Skyhawks come into tonight's contest 4-0, one of the best teams in the state of West Virginia. Chapmanville coming off their miraculous 1-point win over Nitro on the 2-point conversion play by Robert Cook as they are able to move to 3-1 on the season. As this one, the Battle of Quarter G, getting ready to be underway here from Barker Stadium. Quick, we're going to go over the offensive starters for both ball clubs. For Chapmanville, left tackle R.J. Jones, 6'2", senior, about 300 pounds. Levi Kazee starts at the left guard, 6'2", junior, 235 pounds. Caden Robinson, the birthday boy, senior, 6'1", 265 pounds. Right guard James Stevens, senior, 6 foot, 235 pounds. And the right tackle, Dan Atwood, 6 foot senior, 260 pounds. The skill position players for the Tigers on offense, Robert Cook, the quarterback, junior, 6'1", 175 pounds. On the season so far for Cook from the quarterback position, 43 carries, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns. You're going to see two fullbacks tonight for the Tigers. One of them is going to be Preston Kovac, the sophomore, 6'1", 190 pounds, 23 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown on the season. The other one, Eli Pridemore, 14 carries, 165 yards, and 1 touchdown on the season. Receivers for Chapmanville, you'll see tonight Austin Adkins, a little bit of a dual threat weapon for Chapmanville, 24 carries, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 receptions on the season for 312 yards and 1 touchdown. Andrew Topping, the other receiver for Chapmanville, he has 12 carries on the year for 47 yards, 5 receptions for 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then the tight end, Benji Adkins, the 6'5" sophomore. So we'll see a little bit of some heavy sets from the Chapmanville offense tonight as they'll try to keep the ball away from this high-powered Scott offense, 4-0 on the season. Their starters from left tackle to right tackle, Ty Mitchell, the 6'2" junior, Braden Queen, the sophomore, gets the start at left guard. Center is Chase Dials, number 56, senior, 5'11", 225. You also see Zach McNeely as well up front, the junior, at 5'10", 280 pounds. Quarterback Matt Fry gets the start. Statistically, one of the best quarterbacks in the state of West Virginia, 56 of 83 for 1,272 yards, 14 touchdowns on the year so far, 2 interceptions. Preston Cooper is the single back for the Skyhawks, 41 carries, 376 yards on the season with 6 touchdowns. Carson Brenniger, the dual threat slot receiver for the Skyhawks, 8 carries for 190 yards and 3 touchdowns. Also as receiver, 23 receptions, 475 yards and 5 touchdowns on the season. Tight end H-back is Jax McCarty, 6'4" senior, 4 receptions, 37 yards on the season. McCarty is the lead back there in that gun tee set that Coach Dolan likes to run. Braden Clark, the receiver for the Skyhawks, a 6'3" junior, 14 receptions on the season for 390 yards, 3 TDs. And the receiver, Isaiah Bush, junior, 5'11", 14 receptions on the season, 351 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Those are starting lineups for you here tonight from Barker Stadium. We'll step aside for a quick break. You're watching the LB&T Game of the Week here on D&D Sports.
Looking for a great selection, great prices, and a great experience on your next ATV, motorcycle, or side-by-side? Come check out Kiefer's Kawasaki.
Our #1 goal is to offer you the best power sport experience at a great price.
Like this new 23 Kawasaki Teryx 4 for only $17,999.
Before you write that check with us.
And remember, your adventure starts here at Kiefer Kawasaki. Route 44 South, Jerry West Highway in Logan, or visit KiefersPowersports.net.
I'm Elise Hinkle, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner and director of behavioral health at Coalfield Health Center. Our providers have experience with a full spectrum of disorders. To schedule an appointment with one of our providers, call 304-855-1222. As a community, let's help each other address mental health. We are here for you when you are ready. Coalfield Health Center. Let our family take care of your family.
Southern Pineapple, located on 330 Main Street, Madison, West Virginia, is a woman's clothing boutique that carries sizes from small through 3XL. They also carry beautiful accessories to perfectly pair with the clothing that they sell, including handmade jewelry by Pigtails, 2 Pearls, and coming soon, Brightening Jewelry Accessories. They want to say good luck to all area sports. Make sure you give them a call at 304-307-2020.
Stop by Eric Homa Drug today and let them fill your prescription. Eric Homa Drug has been serving the Chapmanville community for over 46 years. They're a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and all mountain athletes.
Back here at Barker Stadium, James Barker and Coach May with you here atop in the press box. Barker Stadium in Chapmanville, West Virginia, site of this Battle of Quarter G between the Skyhawks and the Tigers, as should be a very, very good matchup between two clubs. Last time we were here in Chapmanville, we saw Chapmanville fall to Winfield 28-0. That was back in week 3, but then last week, Chapmanville goes on the road against Nitro. They're able to find a way. They were down by 7 with a minute 20 to go, and it was a Robert Cook pass to Austin Adkins that set him up inside the 10-yard line. They were able to slam the door, get the ball in the end zone on the final play of regulation. They decide to go for 2. Robert Cook boots it, beats the corner to the end zone, and the Tigers walk away with a 44-43 victory. As much drama as Chapmanville had last week at Nitro and coming up with that victory, Scott's week a little less dramatic against Point Pleasant, as they just dominated from start to finish against the Point Pleasant Black Knights, as they were able to come away with the easy victory, led at halftime by 40-plus points. And this is a Scott team that, Coach May, this is a Scott team that's very, very fast. They're very, very physical, and if they get out ahead of you early, you need to watch out.
I haven't got to watch them. I've heard some good things about their quarterback. I'm excited to see it. You know, Chapmanville's at home. They got a good crowd here tonight. Maybe play off that a little bit. Make a game out of it.
Yeah, a little bit of a playoff atmosphere here tonight from both clubs. They both have traveled well. The student sections for both have filled up. We've got both marching bands here. You've got the tailgates on the side of the field on the other side. And unlike any other thing in the state of West Virginia, it's the only place you can tailgate and watch a game over there that you are allowed to do here at Barker Stadium. So an interesting and explosive atmosphere here from Chapmanville, West Virginia. We'll step aside for another break. When we come back, we'll talk about the defensive starters for both ball clubs. You are watching high school football, the LB&T Game of the Week, right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Here at Appalachian Medical, our team has extensive experience in dealing with respiratory disease. That's why we specialize in respiratory products and disease management. We want to bring our knowledge and know-how to help patients live a healthier life. Appalachian Medical was developed by clinical professionals. We have more than 30 years of combined experience in respiratory disease management, case management, critical care, and more. Our respiratory therapists are skilled and compassionate. With offices in Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, let us be the ones you trust with your medical health care.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
West Madison Grocery, smoking up this little town with the best deli around. West Madison Grocery has great smoked food items, great deli items, and even better desserts. stop by and see us here at West Madison Grocery. West Madison Grocery is a proud supporter of the Scott Skyhawks and all Boone County athletes. If you was pushed out of the area because of loss of work in the coal industry, look no longer. Jim Marr is here for you. Jim Marr is now hiring for all positions in the coal field. Stop by their offices in Logan, West Virginia or in Wheeling, West Virginia and apply today. Come on down to Three Guys Pizza and Brew in Williamson, West Virginia. We're located on the corner of Harvey Street and 3rd Avenue. We got great deals on pizzas, sandwiches, and more. You get great service with great pricing. Enjoy your birthday or ball games with us here at Three Guys Pizza and Brew. Look forward to seeing you. If you're trying to rehab from an on-the-field or workplace injury, come to Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance in Chapmanville, West Virginia for all your physical therapy needs. For over 10 years, Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance has been making sure their clients rebound in the quickest amount of time possible. That's Rebound Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. Look forward to seeing you.
Back here at Barker Stadium, you're enjoying the sounds and sights of the Scott Skyhawk Marching Band along with the Chapmanville Regional High School Marching Band as they have a little bit of a joint performance here before the game in this battle of Corridor G between these two neighboring schools. This rivalry goes back a long way between both schools as Scott leads the series 35-33-1 as they were able to defeat Chapmanville last year 39-19. As the former coach of the Tigers in that game, I will say that game was a lot closer than the final score was indicated. But, it's one of those games. Now, Scott, we were talking about before the game, Coach May, Scott, one of the faster teams in Class AA here in West Virginia, and the kid that you've got to look out for is Carson Brenniger. When you look at Carson Brenniger for the Scott Skyhawk offense, those 8 carries for 190 yards and 3 touchdowns. That means that he hasn't carried the ball that much, but when he does, he's very productive.
Explosive. I mean, that's, 8 carries for 190 yards. That's better than 20 yards a carry.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good lick when he gets a hold of the ball.
All right, let's give it a big round of applause.
Looks like more of the workhorse in the back.
This is a Scott Skyhawk team, very, very dangerous offensively. And we're going to step aside for another break. We'll come back with the coin toss and get to those defensive starters after this. You're listening to the LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
If you've been catering to an owed injury or you're tired of them nagging aches and pains, come by and see us at Hill Chiropractic. Dr. Brian Mallory is erasing the pain out of his patients' lives. We look forward to seeing you at one of our locations in Madison and Logan. Hill Chiropractic, making lives better. Let the folks at Double Quick help you start your 2022 off right. They've brought back the Bourbon Pecan Coffee for a limited time only. You can also quench your thirst with the great deals on fountain drinks they offer daily. Double Quick is your one-stop shop for everything. They offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can stop by one of their many storefront locations spread throughout eastern Kentucky. Stop by and let Double Quick make your day better. If you're looking for a friendly and fun atmosphere to enjoy your daily cuisine, come to Cheech's Pizza in Lenore, West Virginia. Cheech's Pizza has world-renowned cheese sticks, delicious pizza, and the best subs in the pizza and pasta game. Don't forget to take advantage of our milkshake shop located inside. Bring your family down to meet ours. We are the place that treats you like family from the second you pull in the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you here at Cheech's Pizza. If you got a big job to get done, don't just trust any flagging service. Call Diamond Flagging Service. Diamond Flagging Service keeps your community safe while also making sure it stays moving. Give Diamond Flagging Service a call today for their services. They also offer amazing job opportunities. Diamond Flagging Services, proud supporter of the Mountain Athletes. Gracie and Tate merchandising has become a staple here in the Danville and Madison community. They'll make sure you find that treasure that's been eluding you. Everything you need under one roof. New items at discounted prices right here at Gracie and Tate Merchandising. Go Skyhawks!
Back here at Barker Stadium as both teams starting to take the field, as you're going to see Chapmanville entrance here in just a moment. Captains on the field for both clubs. For Chapmanville, number 7, Robert Adkins, captain, along with number 3, Austin Adkins. 22, Preston Kovacs. As the Tigers hit the field, as Dan Atwood, the other captain for Chapmanville. For the Scott Skyhawks, number 7, Matt Fry. Number 50, Braden Queen. Number 56, Chase Dials. And number 22, Preston Cooper, the captains for the Skyhawks. We thank you for watching and listening to this broadcast, the LB&T Game of the Week here in the state of West Virginia. James Barker and Coach May with you here at Barker Stadium. Scott 4-0 on the season. Chapmanville 3-1. Really quickly, the defensive starters for both teams. Scott Skyhawks, Jax McCarty, a defensive end. Defensive tackles, Daniel Holstein and Trent Bias. Defensive end, Dalton Milan, 51. Outside linebacker, Caden Mills gets a start along with outside linebacker David Fennessy. Ty Mitchell, the junior, gets a start at the inside backer position. 4 in the secondary for the Skyhawks, Isaiah Bush, the corner. Caden Suffin, number 12, one of the safeties, along with number 5, Carson Brenniger, and the other corner, number 32, Carter McClung. For the Chapmanville Tigers, they'll play a 3-4 hybrid defense. Josh Porter, the defensive end for them, the 6-foot sophomore. Caleb Robinette, the nose, the 6-foot junior. James Stevens, the defensive end, 6-foot senior for Chapmanville. Going to get Quentin Wagner the start at the outside linebacker position over Ian Plumley tonight. We'll see Quentin in a little bit of a different role than Ian normally plays in. Quentin, the 6-foot senior. 2 inside backers for Chapmanville, pretty good. Eli Pridemore and Preston Kovacs. Pridemore, the junior, 6 foot, 195 pounds. Kovacs, 6'1", sophomore, 190 pounds. Andrew Topping plays another outside backer position for Chapmanville. 6'1", junior. Cook, the corner. Safeties are Austin Atkins and Jeremy Collins. And the other corner, the 5'11" senior, Keldon Lucas. We are about ready to get things started here at the Battle of Quarter G. Scott will receive the kick here to start things off. We thank our sponsors for this evening's game and making it possible here on the D&D Network. We thank all of you, those commenting on this broadcast as well. We'll get to those comments as soon as we can. That is a new part for me, Coach May, new part for me that I am not as used to. Daryl does a really good job. I do not yet.
Daryl's all over it on those comments.
He is really good.
He does a good job.
Is ready for the kick. Sebastian Carrillo, the kickoff specialist for the Chapmanville Tigers, has teed it up. He walks toward the ball and will put it in the air. Short kick down to Bush at about the 25-yard line. He gets in a seam and gets tackled there. Good tackle there by 14 as good tackle there for the Tigers.
He was about a man away, it looked like, from breaking it going all the way there.
Chapmanville starts on defense. Scott on offense here. So we'll get our first look at the Skyhawk offense. They have been used to going empty and trying to throw it and air it out on the first play. As you're going to get a false start there. Looks like on the Skyhawks is you're going to get maybe a center infraction as he looked like he may have moved the ball. So a false start, 5-yard penalty will back things up for the Skyhawks. So it'll be 1st and 15. So interesting formation for Scott here. They've got 2 receivers on the line of scrimmage. So one is ineligible. And then you have 2 receivers back. One of those back is Bush. The other one is Clark. As now Fry back will swing it out there to Brinegar. Brinegar in space, gets to the edge and is out of bounds. You're going to get a flag on the play as it comes in late. And then the back plate comes off of one of the players. They throw it in the air. But the flag looks like it's going to be in the area of holding against the Skyhawks. And it is. Holding against Scott. They'll push them back even farther. So it'll be 1st and 25 here to start the game for the Skyhawks.
Coach, that's not a good start. That's not what you wanted for Scott. You come on the road and start out behind the chains, 15 yards, not helping themselves.
The Skyhawks back inside the 25 now at the 24-yard line. As we'll see, the Skyhawks flip their line around a little bit here. H-back is McCarthy. He's over there. They send Brinegar in motion, and they'll give it off to Brown. Brown tries to find a lane, gets through, but can't. He had a little bit of a crease, but James Stevens, playing his first game of the season for Chapmanville, makes the stop there for a gain of about 1 on the play, so it's 2nd and 24. As 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top, as Fry back to pass. As he's looking, now will be flushed out of the pocket, still looking, now will come up and try to run it. Got some good wheels, this Fry, gets to the edge and now tackled at about the 36, 37-yard line. So back to about the original line of scrimmage, it'll be 3rd and 10. Jamie Prince, I took your advice. We fixed that for you. Top left corner should be clear now for you to see a little bit more of the game. Appreciate taking care of us there. Chapmanville in this hybrid defense as they'll send Wagner out over top of Bush. And Clark down here on the bottom of the screen. They give it off. Nope, it's going to be a pass to McCarty up the middle. And he's still on his feet. Gets down inside the 30-yard line. Not very often do they find McCarty in the pass game, but they find him there. A little pop pass for a big play, and it gets it inside the 25 in Chapmanville territory. We're now Scott with it, with 1st and 10.
They've outplayed me out there. I thought they gave it up the middle. I lost the football.
Motion is Brinegar. As now they'll give it off to Cooper. Comes back to the other side, trying to find some running lane. You're going to get a flag again on the play. And we'll see exactly who it's on. As I think he waved it off maybe. That's what he was. Yeah, no flag on the play, so they waved the flag off. Cooper with a good run there, gains of about 7 on the play. Second and 3 for the Skyhawks. They'll break the huddle. 2 receivers to the bottom of the screen with the H-back McCarty. Bush to the top. Fry overlooks, calls the cadence, and the snap. Give is to Cooper. Tries to get to the outside, trying to get there. And a good pursuit there by Chapmanville, but not before the ball comes out, and Chapmanville saying they have it. Is the ball out? And if it was, who recovered it? And it's going to be Scott football inside the 10-yard line.
Looks like he was trying to fight for extra yardage there. got a little careless with the football.
It is Scott football there at the 7-yard line. So first and goal from the 7. Remember, Scott started this drive first and 25 from their own 24. They've been able to drive it down here on the big play, the big pop pass to the tight end, Jax McCarty. Only his 5th reception of the year. As Chapmanville making a few defensive substitutions as R.J. Jones and James Stevens back in the game along with Caleb Robinette on that defensive front. Scott, a little bit of a heavier set here as they bring Brenniger in tight. Fry with a different running back in here as Cooper had to come out, and you're going to get a timeout by the Skyhawks on the field. We'll do the same. We'll step aside for a quick break as you're watching the LB&T Game of the Week right here on the D&D Sports Network.
I'm Elise Hinkle, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner and director of behavioral health at Coalfield Health Center. Our providers have experience with a full spectrum of disorders. To schedule an appointment with one of our providers, call 304-855-1222. As a community, let's help each other address mental health. We are here for you when you're ready. Coalfield Health Center. Let our family take care of your family.
Whether it's home, life, business, or auto insurance, Scott Ambergy at State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia is here to protect the things you love. Call Scott Ambergy today for a free quote. That's State Farm in Chapmanville, West Virginia.
Back here at Barker Stadium, no score here in the first quarter of play, but Scott inside the red zone on the 7-yard line. First and goal from the 7. Fry's going to keep it this time. Tries to bounce to the outside. He's got a lane into the end zone. Matt Fry, touchdown, Skyhawks on their first drive of the game. At 8:22 here in the first quarter, Scott takes a 6-0 lead. So Fry's 7-yard touchdown run gives the Skyhawks their first lead of the game.
Scott does a good job of hiding guys and hiding the ball and running this direction.
And they run a semblance of the wing T as Fry was able to follow his blockers into the end zone. As the snap down, kick is up, and it is through for the Skyhawks as Cameron Green puts it through for Scott as they'll take a 7-0 lead. Step aside for a quick break. This LB&T Game of the Week brought to you right here on the D&D Sports Network.
Stop by McCoy Dental and let our friendly staff take care of all your dental needs. Whether it's crowns, root canals, teeth cleaning, implants, or you're just in need of some light cosmetic work, we have you covered. McCoy Dental, improving our area one smile at a time. McCoy Dental is located at the Fountain Place Mall in Logan, West Virginia.
Back here at Barker Stadium, 7-0. Scott leads it here as Skyhawks kicking things off as it'll be back deep. Austin Adkins for the Tigers, along with Andrew Topping, as well as Caleb Burford, number 1, back deep as well for Chapmanville. Number 3, Ryan Neal, the kickoff specialist for the Scott Skyhawks, as we'll see their defense for the first time this evening after this kick. Kick is deep, fielded by Atkins at about the 15. Atkins gets forward to about the 30, gets around to the edge, 35, 40, 45, and knocked out of bounds on a big hit there by number 12, Caden Sutphin, but not before an excellent return and excellent field position for Chapmanville to start things off here after their first drive of the game. So this 6-0 missed the extra point. So 6-0 Scott leads. As we'll see Chapmanville's offense for the first time this evening, as see a lot of bodies in tight for Chapmanville as Cook goes empty, gets the snap. Well, we'll try to go over the right side. Cook with some room, and he stopped, a yard loss, so he couldn't find a lane very quickly. Cook loses one on the play. Good job defensively by the Scott Skyhawks of stretching things out. Right there, Dalton Milam able to make the play along with the linebacking crew for the Skyhawks. 2nd and 11, long 11, 12 for Chapmanville from the Scott Skyhawk 46 after the really good return from Austin Atkins. Cook in the gun again. No backs in the backfield for him. 2 wings, or 1 wing and a tight end. They'll send the wing Kovac in motion. And now we're going to get a timeout from Chapmanville. We'll do the same. 7:24 to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back with more on your LB&T Game of the Week right after this on the D&D Sports Network.
If you want to work for the nicest fleet of trucks around, call Eric's Trucking. Right now we are hiring for 18 and 10-wheeler drivers. Must have CDLs. Eric's Trucking is a proud supporter of the Chapmanville Tigers and wants to wish Maddox Sarton the best of luck in today's contest.
Come meet the wonderful staff at the Del Barton Quick Shop. They got all your cold food needs along with tobacco needs. And while you're down there, check out their award-winning hot food items. Once again, located in Del Barton, West Virginia, the Quick Shop.
Back here in Chapmanville, handoff to Andrew Topping as he tries to fight his way forward. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play as he's brought down behind by Dalton Milam, the 5'11 junior for the Skyhawks, as we'll see some substitutions for Chapmanville here. 3rd and 11 from midfield for Chapmanville. We thank you for watching and listening to us here on the D&D Sports Network, and we thank our sponsors, because without them, this broadcast could not be possible here on the D&D Sports Network. And when you see those sponsors in your top right corner or top left corner and you see them scrolling, make sure you try to visit those businesses. As Chapmanville trying to get Scott to jump offside. A little bit of a 5-2 look here for the Skyhawks. 6:36 to go on a moving clock. Cooks drops back, throws deep, and they're going to blow it dead. You're going to get a false start on Chapmanville, so they'll bring this one back. And 3rd and 16 now for the Tigers.
False start against the Tigers.
As offensive coordinator Dave Williamson barking out orders to his crew out there as 6:32 moving clock here in the first quarter. We'll see where Chapmanville goes with this play. As the Skyhawks were going to send some pressure, it looks like. The ball now on the 41-yard line. It's Eli Pridemore in the backfield for Chapmanville. Will send Watts in motion. Cook will roll out, has time, throws over, almost